back to it. You ain't shown me no love, so I turn my back to you. Yeah, yeah. I can't get no racks to you.
Hello, welcome back to my channel. First of all, tonight I'm so happy. I have to thank a lot of my subscribers for bringing me up to 100 subscribers. I said 100 subscribers. Don't mistake it to 100,000. 100 subscribers. It's just 100, but it means a lot to me. Thank you very much. So please, before we get into this video, subscribe. Click on the subscribe button. Then you click on notification bell. That way each of my videos will pop up in your own video. So thank you once more for all your support. So tonight, let's say today, I wish to talk about something. It's actually my experience when last I went on vacation. So I live in Cameroon. I live in Yaoundé, Cameroon, and I made a trip. I had a trip that was last December 2019. That was Christmas holiday. So that is actually the only time of the year when I have like a bit of time for myself. And I actually decided to go visit my son who lives in Ghana. So I had this experience. First of all, that experience didn't make any of my, souvenirs and every other part of the trip any less enjoyable. The experience didn't actually hinder it, so I enjoyed my trips and everything. But I had this little encounter somewhere, let's say around East Legon where I was living. So we had a little walk one of these evenings, and I decided to take a look at the hairdressing shop. I saw hairdressing, it was in a good location, and I decided to pay them a visit. First thing, the lady there was so welcoming. First, let's say I met like three ladies there with a barber. They were very welcoming. Actually, did not make any difference between who could have been let's say the boss in the place or who was just a worker. I just like had a global vision of a very warm welcome, and let's say I tended to compare with other places I had to go whenever I had to fix my hair. When I'm in Yaoundé, let's say in Cameroon, then she welcomed me. It was good and everything was okay. I had braided, my hair was braided, but it wasn't looking that good. It had been, let's say I braided it like, let's say 2 to 3 weeks before that. So I didn't have any plan. I'll make it clear. I didn't have any plan to actually go see a hairdresser once there, but it just popped on, and I wanted to pop up, and I wanted to have an experience, let's say an experience different from what I used to. She was very welcoming. It was all good. And we actually spoke about what I'll have to spend. It was supposed to be okay. We fixed a panel. I had to ask her this question. I made sure I asked the question. So I asked her, how much in total will I have to spend here in your place? She said, well, they'll have to remove the one you have. They'll have to clean your hair. They'll have to provide other material to braid again and everything. And we sorted it out, and it went up to something like, let me say, around 70 cedis. 70 cedis, yes. I had no problem with that amount. so far as I thought, maybe because, you know, when you go to a place and it seems so let's say the setting is good, they decorate well, and they seem like they know what they have to do, they are well trained and everything. So I trusted that I'll have a good service. Anyway, let me say this, I don't want to anticipate and then tell you something else. So we agree on everything and I went away. The next day was the day we were supposed to meet. I was supposed to go there and then have that treat. So I walk in, and the first thing I saw when I walked in was, first of all, the lady who was like insisting the day before. She was so, let's say, welcoming, and then she wanted to know at what time I would come and everything. The lady who seemed a little more welcoming than others wasn't in. Then I had no problem with it. I knew nobody there, and everything was good. I just wanted to change my hair and then look clean, and then that was all. Then the first thing they told me they didn't remember. They first of all seemed not to know that I was there the day before. Mind it, when I entered there, they had no customers, and my son actually had a certain attitude that I'm sure made them remember when they saw me that we were all together. So I knew that for sure, if I show up there again, they will know. So first thing, when she tried to pretend she hasn't met me before, I sensed like there will be a little fishy attitude. I mean, maybe something fishy will happen, but what was my problem? I was on holiday, I had to enjoy myself. All that was going to happen didn't matter. If my hair was good, I was good too. Next thing I know, she asked me what I wanted to do exactly. Well, imagine you went there before, you planned everything, you knew they know you were coming. You are like, it's an appointment, so you have to know everything. You know I'm coming, and then you just have to tell me, well, let's do this, let's do that. So I had to re-explain, and it started feeling weird. It started feeling weird. So first of all, when she started pretending, I said to myself, something might not be clear here. But, well, I asked, please, I had an agreement here yesterday. Then I asked one of them, were you not around? And he said, well, I was around. That's what she told me. Well, I was around, but tell me what you want today. Okay. I took it back again. I explained to her, well, I came here, then I talk about this, and then this is what I would like to do. I like to braid my hair this way and that way. So in the meantime, a lady walks in. And that lady seemed to be also a foreigner, so she wasn't from Ghana, obviously. So she wasn't from there, she was a foreigner as well. And then she presented herself and said she had a friend who just came in and then who wanted to fix her hair in a certain way. She proceeded to open her phone and then show the type her friend wanted to have. First thing, they cast a glance at the phone and then they said, we will not be able to do it. How much time does she have? So the question was, I think it was more like, if you are into business, you know there are certain things you don't do. There are certain attitude you don't have. So the question was a bit like, they wanted something that will not enable them to work. I mean, to actually serve her clearly. Well, she said the lady will be available for something like 3 hours or something. Let's say, I don't remember exactly, but it was something like that. Okay. Then they said, no, we can't finish it within 3 hours. Well, I was okay. I was even happy because maybe it'll give them time to take care of me and then me only. Not that I was selfish, but because I actually started feeling uneasy with their first time attitude. Okay. So they told me the lady that was there before, the one who received me the previous day, had gone to church. So I know people have their way in church. Maybe some people go to church for the whole day or whatever, and I wasn't about to sacrifice my whole day waiting for anybody. Okay, I sat down. So the first thing I thought was already weird was she tapped on top of my hair and she said, what did you say you wanted again? Then I said to myself, no matter how demanding I might be, this is just weird, as it's clearly weird. No one had to analyze to understand that it wasn't okay. It wasn't okay. She practically tapped on top of my head to ask the question. Okay, no problem. That wasn't my own focus. focus was to make my hair look good and everything. Okay, so I raised my head and I looked at her, then said, I would like to have this. Open my phone and show it to her again. Then the next thing she asked me was, are you sick? Then I asked her, I said, no. Why asking? Still smiling. And she said, well, she like mimicking a certain thing, like mimicking and showing the way I look at her as if I was sick. And then I replied to her, well, it was good. Whole Christmas holiday, you have to be in the mood. Okay. Then we agree and they started. Up to 10 minutes into braiding my hair, they suggested I take a look at it. Well, first look was a disaster. I would just say it so. So I just wondered if at my age I'll have to fail rating a hairstyle or something, like a simple braid. Because braid, you don't have, that is a simple, let's say, that's a very simple way of styling hair. You don't have to have an opinion on everything. If it is good, it is good. You can look at it and then realize it's just okay. So I told them, well, not to say it's not good. I just told them, well, I don't want it to be this way. Put my phone back again, then I showed them, please, can you make it just like this one? They say, well, you don't have hair that can go like this. I say, okay, but I used to make my hair. Proceeded to carry out a picture. I proceeded to carry a picture, to fetch a picture of something I did, like, let's say, previously. That could be a month back or whenever, I don't know, I don't really remember. I took it out and then showed them, this is what I did before. And then she said, well, she was already showing signs of so much discontent that I knew she wouldn't do better than that. Sat down. My day was just, well, I had the whole day for it. I wasn't in a hurry. She went back, we started again, then she did it again and said, after doing what she said, take a look at it. But with already looking somewhere else, like she didn't care at all. Then I looked at it and I just decided it wouldn't work. I didn't want to, let's say, spend the whole day and then end up not making my hair. And they had already removed the one I had before. If I still had it, maybe I would have left it that way. But they had removed it, so I needed to do something else on my hair. I don't like keeping my natural hair that way. Well, so I told them I'll prefer they undo it and comb it. In my mind, I had made up my mind to browse on a different location, then go there to fix my hair. I wasn't about to start wasting my mood on anybody. So something dawned on me. Those girls were employees. They didn't care about serving the customer or making the Sunday, or maybe it was like, maybe they wanted their Sunday off or something, I don't know, or if they do that all the time. But looking at the business place, looking at the hair, at, let's say, the hair shop and everything, the salon, it looked more like a place that had been prestigious before. Like the standard had maybe gone down in the course of time. All right, so I decided I'll have to go. Then she said, but you must pay for the material we have already used. So they were out about, let's say, collect as much money as they could. And then the barber stepped in and asked my number. He said he saw, like, he pretended he thought they were not welcoming enough. Asked my number, I gave it. He said he will call the lady and then I will speak to her if I want to. I told them I will, but that I was still around. I'll be coming the next day. That was just a way to leave, so I didn't have the intention of. Fast forward, I had to just leave and then decide on the next stop where I went and I did my hair. Overall, at the end of the day, I was good. But this is actually the topic of my next video. So please stay on for the next video.